It is exactly 38 minutes past the hour. Welcome back to Sunday Live here at Citizen Television. You saw that story before the break about the costs of refurbishing State House Nairobi and other state lodges and state houses across the country. It's a lot of money. CS for Environment, Climate Change, Forestry, Duale is here trying to defend his government, and he says it's a beautiful thing. Come on, man. Come on. Let's be serious.
Of course I'm serious. That's what
and he asks that because...
And, Jeff, number one, I really want to say that media houses and media practitioners, which I have a lot of respect for, including this station, you must get your facts right before you air. You know, you can't be like a media that whatever it says must be factual and accountable.
What facts
There's
do we get
nothing
wrong?
like 10-point-something billion to refurbish State House. And the accounting officer of State House is the control of State House. He appears before the National Assembly Departmental Committee on Security. That committee presents it to the Budget Committee, chaired by Ndindi Nyoro. It's audited by the Office of the Auditor General, independent. So it's not 10-point-something billion to start with. Secondly...
Over a period of time?
No.
Over a period of time?
No, I can only speak for the period of President William Ruto's occupancy at State House.
Okay, so that 220 million.
So the 10 billion is not necessarily...
To put a flat roof
not
on State
factual.
House.
No.
220 million.
No, you know, I can, if you allow me, I can ask State House controller to take you on a tour. Sort about a roof. And let's not trivialize the seat of the president, the seat of government, the face of the republic in the eyes of high dignitaries who come. Unfortunately, let me finish.
What was wrong with the old one?
No, let me finish.
No, before we even get there.
Jeff, you have not been to the old one.
I have been to the old one.
You have not been to the new one, both of you.
How do you know?
No, you have not been. I mean...
How do you know?
How do you know?
You are not architects. You are not engineers. You have not been given the opportunity.
Okay, let me phrase the question.
State House is not a place you can just walk in, but let me finish, if you allow me. So State House is the face of the republic and the seat of power to distinguish heads of state and government. And the other opportunity you don't have is you have not traveled to other countries, including Tanzania. There are new State House in Dodoma. You have not been there. You have not been to outside countries. I have just returned with the president from Egypt. If you see Egypt, even let me pick Tanzania, the new State House. So 10 billion, 10-point-something billion, your reporter should tell us, did he got it from the budget?
He says controller of budget. He got it from the controller of budget.
No, let me tell you.
Those are facts.
No.
And facts...
He didn't pick the figures out of thin air.
Facts are stubborn.
The controller of budgets don't deal with expenditure. The controller of budget approves payments. Budget committee. If you are saying the auditor...
And Sam was clear. He said, this is the plan. He said 3.3 billion, I think, is what has been spent so far.
Olive, if you allow me, because I'm the third anchor. If you allow me to finish. So, you have not been to State House, even the one of the Dodoma?
Have you?
I have been.
No, but...
I mean, that's why I told you...
I'm finding it insulting that you automatically assume we have not been.
I am a member of the 22 privileged cabinet secretaries. I don't know whether I'll be there tomorrow. The president can relieve anybody he wants. But Jeff, as a country, the new State House does not belong to William Ruto. It's not his home. It's for posterity. It's for other presidents. You're not accusing the president that he's building his own private home. If the next election, there'll be a new president, or the other election, there'll be a new president, the way President Moi found Kenyatta, he added a bit of that State House. President Kibaki didn't touch it. You know the reasons very well. President Uhuru did not much. And you want the State House to be a house that foreign dignitaries and heads of state and government who come to our country.
But let me ask you
see, now I'll give a good example.
No,
when people now land,
let me interject. You've made the point that it looks good, people love it.
For me to
but this is it. You've mentioned Tanzania and all that, but this is Kenya. Our circumstances are unique. Only last year, we had protests. After new taxes were introduced by the finance bill. Austerity measures were then announced. Renovations to the office. Do you remember there was all this furore over renovations and cars for the DP's office? And austerity measures were announced that will not happen. Furniture will not be bought. What else? New cars will not be bought. So is this a priority when you're asking us to pay more taxes because you're telling us we have debt to pay? Why was this a priority?
Okay, then wait, I answer you. And I've told this man many times, let's have a discussion that the Kenyan people will benefit. As we sit here, there is an austerity measures in my office. There are certain things the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry will not spend anything on. But we are still building roads. We are still providing water. Still health must continue. This is a development budget. When the president is going, for example, to Sagana State Lodge, the Ministry of Public Works will go and access. This State House, the first time I sat in the cabinet, and I've gone round, it was supposed to have this facelift, not even during President Uhuru Kenyatta. It should have had a second and third facelift during President Kibaki.
Yeah, but now is not the time.
No. I told you, this is a development budget. What we don't want to spend too much money on is those that are not very important to the citizens.
Which is a state house with a flat roof.
The seat of government.
Oh, come on.
I want to repeat you.
Okay,
and
look.
the seat of the president is the face of the country. It's like the airport. Okay. It's like this. Since we built the expressway,
okay.
There's a different story about it.
The controller budget has access to all budgets. You know that?
Yeah, and I'm wondering, you're disputing the 10 billion shillings that Sam Gituko has put forth as the entirety of the budget, right, for this facelift.
Right.
So what are your figures? You're disputing
No.
basis?
That's what I'm saying. What came to cabinet? It's not the 10 billion you're talking about.
Well, how much? Tell us, how much?
I am sure it's not more than about 2 billion.
Good Lord.
I am telling you. I'm telling you.
Lord.
Who presented that in cabinet?
I told
Somebody
you.
must have tabled that.
Every budget, every accounting officer, Olive, I'm repeating to you 10 times, the accounting officer of State House is the controller of budget, or the controller of State House. He appears before his relevant committee in National Assembly or National Security. That is again presented to the Budget and Appropriation Committee chaired by my good friend Nindi Nyoro. Then it goes to the floor of the House. It's a public document. It's not something you can pick from the streets that Aden Duale is renovating his office in NHIF for 2 billion. No.
Let me ask you this, Waziri, real quick. You know, the State House, which used to be known as Government House back in the day, right? Is a very historical...
During the colonial.
Right. It's a very historical building. Who is the architect? Do we know the name of the architect? And who got the tender? Who got the tender? Yes. Of this flat roof.
You know, I don't want to go into procurement because I'm not the accounting officer, but the architect in State House and the engineers are from Kenya Defence Forces. Yes.
And who approved
You cannot allow...
KDF is the one who's...
Of course, State House is a security, is the seat of the president.
Yeah, but who's the architect?
The architects are architects of the Kenya Defence Forces.
Who approved the flat roof?
It's a part of the design.
No, but who approves the design? Because you see, State House...
The controller of State House.
But
he's an accounting officer.
Okay, but State House ni yetu yote. Sisi wote. Si nyumba ya mtu mmoja.
Now you know, Olive,
we feel like we didn't get a say.
Olive, State House and sisi yote. Like, don't be very casual. So you want us to tell me if today I want to build the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change headquarters, I should go in the street.
You know very well, those two are not the same.
The procedure, if you read the PFM Act and the Public Procurement and Disposal Act, if you read it and internalize the procedure of how that renovation, how government must procure goods and services, is well documented. Yeah, the tendering process.
But you know so the historical significance of State House is not the same as an environmental headquarter.
No, what is historical? I thought it looks better than it before.
You think that?
That's your thoughts.
I don't.
Those are your thoughts.
Those are your thoughts, not the thoughts of
You know,
Kenyans.
but when a national dress is concerned, when we are considering a national dress, there is public involvement.
Yes.
Now this is State House. There was, where is the public involvement?
I don't want to say pedestrian, but the building of the seat of government is anchored, including State House. Whatever that will happen in the Ministry of Environment and building of State House, all are anchored in the public procurement and asset disposal. And there are various categories that you can use. And Parliament and its committees have interrogated that budget.
Okay.
So, but what Olive is telling me is that State House and says what and deal.
Yes.
Then what is the essence of government? Government that the people of Kenya elect every 5 years is supposed to follow the law, the Public Procurement and the PFM Act on behalf of the people. You know, you're treating this thing very casually. Olive.
I'm not.
No,
I am very sorry.
I'm a bit disappointed.
I'm disappointed.
I am very disappointed.
I am disappointed.
The day that you are not allowed access to State House, what utajua?
No. No. The first time I accessed State House was when President Kibaki was in office.
Right, I know.
And my friend, I am cognizant of, and my conscience is very clear, a time will come
and you know,
when I'll not access.
Yes.
You know, you say it's pedestrian, what we are saying, but the Architectural Association of Kenya has made the same point. Because you keep saying we are not engineers and we are not architects. But the Architectural Association of Kenya made the same point.
Let me repeat again. Everything that we do, including building of State House, is anchored in law. It's not something pedestrian. It's not in the streets. And that's why the Auditor General and the Controller of Budget and other agencies, including EACC, will use the law where applicable to see if money was lost.
Yeah.
Let me finish. If money was lost, if a proper work was not done. So State House is not different. State House is a government house, is a government institution.
Or if money was...
The highest seat of the presidency.
Okay. Or if money was stolen, but we'll find out later on.
No, wait for the Auditor General's report.
Okay. CS Duale, we're going to take a break.
Not a break. No, we're just transitioning. Remember that figure you talked about?
Cost of living. Watu wanaumia pana.
Unemployment.
Watu wanaumia.
Let me tell you, Jeff.
Ngoja. Cheza bumper.